they're stuck in their clever brain. And I bet you that's happening to you too. You know how important it is for you to share what you know and what you do, because that's how you attract the right people, clients, funding, become a person of influence. But you're stuck. You are paralyzed in the planning phase of, ooh, content. What do I share? How do I get it? When do I block the time for it? If this is you, stick with me. Today, I'm diving deep into the power of sharing your journey, revealing personal insights, things that are unique to the way you think, to the way you do things. And if you stick with me, I'll be sharing how you can do this in a way that is enabling and easy and cements you as a person of influence and gets you moving from paralyzed to, hey, I'm doing it, even if it's not perfect. Okay, so stick with me and listen to this.
Like I need to create something that is super new and interesting to share it with anyone.
Does that resonate? You have to create something that is just so perfect and fantastic and wow and interesting. Well, breaking news, folks. Okay, you know that I'm a journalist. I speak, moderate, chair conferences and events. Who do I want to interview or speak with? Who do you want to spend time listening to? Is it somebody who talks about something, or is it somebody who has done that thing that you want to be able to do? Which is it? Which would you choose? We all know that the answer is the person who has done the thing that you want for yourself. That's the person you're going to pay attention to, pay more attention to. But there's something else I want you to tune into, which is this. Ideally, you want that person to be just a couple of steps ahead of you, because that is the most enabling place for you to be. If somebody's way ahead, you'll miss things in between or you'll get overwhelmed. And it's just, again, not the most enabling way for you to move forward. If somebody's just a couple of steps ahead of you, wow, yes, please tell me more. Now think to yourself, how many people are a couple of steps behind you? So when you create something or when you think of, oh, I can't share, I'm not sure, think to yourself, who is it that's a couple of steps behind me that could benefit from what I'm going to say? And in fact, don't even think that. Just do it. Share what you are doing, what you think, what your process is, what your, oh, I didn't know this. Did you know that? That kind of content. It is the most amazing stuff to share. Okay, so this video is prompted by my interaction with two clients this past week. Both of them are building tech platforms. One of them, the person we just heard now, is submitting grant application forms. So we wish her the best of luck, right? She's solving a really important problem, but you don't know about her. People don't know about her. They don't know about what she's doing, what she's building, how what she's creating is different to everything else because it's all stuck in her head. Yes, she's busy. Yes, it's a time of, oh, I'm too stressed, I can't do this, but this is the best time for her to share because there's a lot going on. So it's not a case of going, there's a lot going on, I don't have it. It's about saying, oh, there's a lot going on. This is perfect. This is a gold mine. And that's what I want you to think. That's one of the clients. The other client is also building a tech platform, and she has an event that starts on Monday. She has been fantastic implementing, she's been implementing everything that we're talking about. So client two, who's building the tech platform and has an event that starts on Monday, has been getting uncomfortable implementing the work that we do together. And she has had people seek her out, people she has no connection with, and say, oh, I want to know more. I want to be part of this event. Wow. When she shared this with me a few days ago, she's like, oh my God, I can't. It just takes you by surprise when you're in it. And it's a fantastic feeling. The first client who's submitting the grant application forms is stuck. They are both brilliant, both clever, both doing fantastic work. Why am I sharing their stories? Because they're stuck in their clever brain. And I bet you that's happening to you too. Now, imagine, this is what I want you to imagine. Imagine that they weren't stuck and that more people knew about what they're doing. How much easier would it be for them to get the funding, clients, all the things that make their business sustainable and cements them as a person of influence, as a person who's created a solution for a problem, a person who people seek out. And I'm sure that's what you want for yourself. So this happens when people know you for something. Remember, it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you and what for. So back to the beginning, if both of these clients already cemented their I'm a person of influence status, just by default, the default of sharing their brilliance of what they're doing, they would be in a much better situation right now. And this is what I want for you. I want you to get unstuck. And this is an enabling way of doing it. Right now, I'm going to share how, but not just how. I mean, people talk about things like block timeout, block a 3-hour window every Monday, for example, and create 5 videos, 10 pieces of content. Absolutely do that. That's a different kind of content often to the stuff that I'm going to be talking about. That's one. But second and most important, in fact, I find that people are paralyzed. They are paralyzed in the planning stage and they just never get it done. So, this, my friends, is a way that you can do it. It just feeds off of what you're doing already. Okay, because what I want you to take away from this is the most valuable type of content that you can possibly create is the stuff that is unique to you, to what you know to be true, to what you are experiencing, to the solutions that you are creating. That is the most valuable, the most unique, exclusive person of influence type of content that you can create. You don't want to be the person who has said, I read a book and here it is. I mean, that's great, yes, but how many people can do that and do that? You want to be the person who says, I am doing this, and this is what I've discovered and found out, and wow, let me share it with you. This is why it's important. I'm doing this because what a week I've had. The supplier, you're in the trenches, your sleeves, you've rolled up your sleeves and you're doing the work. All right, so let me take you through this little thing here that I created with a client of mine to enable her. She is so overwhelmed with what she's doing. She's doing a lot. And it was a case of, okay, wait a minute. Let's just breathe and work with where you're at and what you've got right now. So she has specific, she's got 5 days, say 5 days before the big event kicks off, right? So let's keep color consistent, shall we? So say day 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I mean, you can put the dates in or whatever. What is the event? What do I mean by this? What I mean is it a client meeting? Is it a meeting? Is it this person's going to be creating tutorials for the people who are using the platform? Is it a supplier issue? Which in this case is true. So do you see, you're writing down what you have each day. Maybe you've got 2 things. Maybe you've got nothing on one day. You write it down and you write down the time that it's happening. So for example, this could be from 4 to 5 p.m. This could be from, I don't know, 12 to 12:30. Whoops, right? And then what I want you to do is to carve out 15 minutes, half an hour after the thing that you just done. So here you've got half an hour. Here you've got 15 minutes, and here you've had a supply, you've got another half hour. And what you then do is you say to yourself, all right, what's my biggest takeaway from that meeting? You also say to yourself, what's the the other person's biggest aha moment? So you want to document a takeaway or what I call an aha moment, right? A wow, aha. Oh, aha, I didn't realize that you have had. So it's yours, it's your client, it's whoever you have been speaking with, okay? Or interacting with. All right? So whoever you have been interacting with. And this is the thing, I want you to start seeing things through their eyes. And all you need to do is pick your phone up. Let's keep this really simple and easy. Pick your phone up, or if you have a virtual meeting, just click record on a platform that you use. It could be Zoom, it could be StreamYard, whichever is the stuff that you're familiar with. Click record and share the thing that you've just realized. Keep it simple. It could be 30 seconds long, right? It doesn't have to be epic PhD level. You see, just had a meeting with X. Their biggest aha was that we are the solution for this issue that they face. And you know what? Research tells us that 40% of you have this problem too. So if you want to know more, let me know. Do you know that really easy peasy, easy going supplier issue? You know what? We want to make sure that when, say, you are helping people sell products, for example, or ship something, you know what? We want to make sure that your products get to where they need to get to easily, in a cheap, quick, fast, safe way. And research tells us that the priority for you is safety first. So we've teamed up with this supplier because they have the best track record. Do you see? So just share things on the go. I've just had this meeting and they said this to us. If they've shared any stats with you because they want you to be a client, share that. Say, just had a meeting. Wow, did you know that 60% of whatever happens to people? I just found out from the people who look after this issue. This is how you build that person of influence status, because you are constantly cementing your credibility. You are constantly sharing things that you are doing in the moment. So you're not having to sit and think, what is it people are doing with? You're creating solutions for your ideal client. So share what you're doing, share your thoughts. If there's an issue that comes up, share that too. Oh my goodness, this just came up. We, in the next 48 hours, are going to have a solution to this. So I'll get back to you. And then when you say that, in 48 hours, you do get back to people. Even if there's been a delay, you keep them informed and in the loop. You build your status as a person of influence by sharing your credibility, sharing what you are doing with your community, how you create solutions, how you think, right? That's how you do it. So get away from this idea of, let's call it prescriptive content. Oh, look, there is a hook. I mean, I'm not knocking it. We need that. But what I mean is, when you start to speak your reality and share it, this is a very easy, enabling way of doing it. You would be amazed at how easy it becomes for you to create the hook and the body of the content and your call to action, which is the traditional flow of how you do things, how you create videos, for example, content that converts, but with your unique spin, perspective, experience, point of view embedded in it. What this helps you do is find your voice, find your rhythm. Oh, yeah, I'm really good at doing this in the morning. Oh, yeah, I'm really good at doing it immediately after I have that meeting. I'm really good at doing this when I'm walking my dog because I've just had these aha moments to do with the day before. And you realize, the best time for me to do this is midday because I've had my whatever it is that you do in your morning, when I'm walking my dog, and immediately after each meeting, for example. So you get to know how your brain works better, your flow. Do it, try it. Don't be paralyzed in the planning stage. That's the key thing. Because look, here's something else I want you to have a listen to. Let me.
Like I need to create something that is super new and interesting to share it with anyone.
So we heard that one, right? You don't need to create something that's super new. You need to share what you are doing because that is the unique you, perspective, experience, all the things that have come together to the point at which you are able to get these meetings in, able to create the project that you're building. And there's another thing I want you to listen to.
So much resistance to doing it because I feel like it's not interesting, not good enough.
Is that you as well? If you feel that there's resistance, and this is the resistance that people usually share when it comes to the planning of a block of content, to create a block of content, remember, you only need to be, in fact, you need to be 2 steps ahead of someone to really help them. If you're so far ahead, you're not helping, you're overwhelming them. Okay. I hope that your takeaway from this is, this is how I can do it. 1, so share what you're doing. 2, wow, this is unique to me. Nobody else can do this stuff that I'm sharing. So I'm going to own it and I'm going to make sure I do it and I get into my flow. I just start having these chats and sharing my thoughts and insight. Get over that paralysis. Okay. And I bet you, if you do this consistently and for a period of time, it's not magic, okay? you will have people coming to you, and it will be the right types of people. They could be people that are saying, "Thank you so much for that. Wow, I didn't realize," and you've helped someone. It could be somebody saying, like to my client, "I want to be part of your thing. How do I join it?" It could be somebody who's putting together an industry event. "I want you to be a speaker because I've seen what you're doing and I love your take on this issue." If you don't do it, you'll never know. You'll never be part of the mix. Okay, I hope this helps. I will see you next time. Bye bye.